The story follows a young boy named Dre, who leaves his home country with his mother after she finds a new job in China. Dre is deeply saddened by the idea of leaving his friends and everything he knows behind. While his mother tries to learn Chinese during the flight, Dre shows little interest and instead flips through a magazine, looking at pictures of Chinese landmarks. After a long journey, they finally arrive in Beijing. At the airport, they are welcomed by an employee who drives them to their new apartment. Once there, Dre briefly meets a boy his age before heading inside with his mother. The employee advises Dre's mother to contact a man named Mr. Han if they face any problems, since he speaks English. Soon after settling in, Dre is sent to report a problem with the water heater. Unable to communicate properly, he eventually finds Mr. Han, who seems distant and ignores him at first. Confused by his behavior, Dre leaves, unsure if he interrupted something important. Later, Dre wanders through a nearby park filled with games and activities. His attention is drawn to a girl practicing the violin. Wanting to impress her, he joins a group of boys playing soccer, but his lack of skill embarrasses him. Despite this, the girl, Mei Ying, notices him. Encouraged by his new friend Harry, Dre gathers the courage to talk to her. Although awkward at first, they quickly bond when Dre discovers she speaks English. Their friendly moment is interrupted by Chung, a skilled martial arts student who clearly dislikes seeing Mei Ying with a foreign boy. His jealousy quickly turns violent. Chung attacks Dre, humiliating him in front of others. Despite Dre's attempt to defend himself, he is completely overpowered. At school, Dre tries to hide his injuries from his mother, who suspects something is wrong. Chung continues to intimidate him, even humiliating him in front of teachers. Feeling helpless and afraid, Dre attempts to train himself by watching fighting videos, but it is clear he lacks proper guidance. One day, Mr. Han unexpectedly intervenes when Chung and his friends brutally corner Dre in an alley. With incredible skill, Han easily defends himself without harming the children and rescues Dre. Shocked by Han's abilities, Dre asks him to teach him Kung Fu. At first, Han refuses, explaining that martial arts are about discipline, self-control, and defense, not revenge. Eventually, Han agrees to help Dre and confronts the aggressive martial arts school run by Master Lee, whose teachings encourage cruelty and violence. Han challenges Lee by entering Dre into an upcoming Kung Fu tournament, demanding that Dre be left alone during his training. Dre's training begins in an unusual way. Instead of fighting, Han makes him repeat simple daily actions, like hanging and removing his jacket. Frustrated, Dre believes he is wasting his time until he realizes these repetitive movements have strengthened his reflexes and muscles without him noticing. As training intensifies, Han teaches Dre deeper lessons about balance, focus, and inner strength. They travel to the mountains, where Han shares his past and explains that true power comes from controlling oneself, not others. Meanwhile, Mei Ying prepares for an important music audition. Although her father disapproves of her friendship with Dre, she draws strength from his support and succeeds in her performance. However, she is forced to distance herself from Dre afterward. Before the tournament, Dre discovers the painful truth about Han's past, a tragic accident that claimed the lives of his wife and child. This shared pain strengthens their bond, and Han becomes fully committed to preparing Dre. At the tournament, Dre faces powerful opponents and gradually earns respect through skill and courage. Chung, however, fights with ruthless aggression, following his master's cruel instructions. In the semifinals, one of Lee's students intentionally breaks Dre's leg, but is disqualified. Despite his injury, Dre refuses to quit. With Han's help, he returns for the final match against Chung. Injured but determined, Dre uses everything he has learned: discipline, balance, and focus. In a final, iconic move, he scores the winning point. Dre doesn't just win the tournament. He earns respect, overcomes fear, and proves that true strength comes from within.